Hey everyone, it's Lauren Z. Ray, and for my 2021 year in review, I'm going to go through every place we visited this year and tell you what our favorite moments were and why it's a great place to visit. Remember to subscribe for more travel and food and hit that bell button to be notified about my next video. Okay, let's get started. We started out the year in Richmond, Virginia. Here they have fantastic Civil War history, so if you're interested in something like that, you will love it. And if you're not, I'm telling you right now, it is very important to learn. They have a museum and they have Jefferson David's White House of the Confederacy, which you can go in and tour. Also, Richmond's really close to other homes like Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, and that history is really important to learn too. Another interesting house museum in Richmond is Edgar Allan Poe's House Museum, so you can learn about that guy and how he got inspiration for a lot of his works. There's also fantastic plant-based options, including my favorite vegan sushi that I've ever had at Sticky Rice. Get the Veganzilla roll. You will not regret. After that, we headed to Raleigh, North Carolina. Here, I recommend going to the Mordecai Historical Park. Here, you can tour one of the first homes in Raleigh, North Carolina, and visit President Andrew Johnson's birthplace house. Next was Charleston, South Carolina. Here, you will learn more history on the Civil War. You can visit Fort Sumter, where the Civil War actually started, and you can visit several plantations and learn more about the enslaved people who worked and live there. I highly recommend doing all of these things because, like I said earlier, it is very important to learn. I think it's a huge part of American history that can potentially be overlooked or not really learned too much about in school. So to learn more about it as an adult was just so pinnacle for me and made me understand a lot more. Also, they have a really cool historical downtown area and an insane vegan scene. Please go to Neon Tiger, get anything on that menu, and you will not regret it. Then we continued on to Florida, and went to Disney World. A surprise here was the fact that Saratoga Springs Hotel has been updated, and it is an amazingly affordable hotel compared to most Disney hotels, and really nice now. And Disney World, rides, food, new Star Wars area, the Rise of the Resistance ride, and of course my favorite ride in Pandora, which is the Flight of Passage. This ride is incredible. After that, we flew to Oahu, Hawaii, where there are always incredible moments to be had. Here I learned how to surf, and I surfed for the first time, which was an experience. I'm not that great, but it was fun. And went scuba diving with turtles. I cannot explain this incredible experience. Just seeing the turtles swimming through the water, it was beautiful. It was like a dance. It made my heart burst. It filled my bucket. We also got to stay at Aulani, which is Disney's resort, and that's always an experience and a lot of fun. And I think my highlight of this trip was Lukas jumping off the Waimea Bay boulder. After that, we flew up to Washington State and visited some of their national parks like Mount Rainier and Mount Olympic. And let me just tell you, those views were incredible. Also, you can become Twihard and visit the Twilight-inspired locations in Forks, Washington. Yes, inspired, because they weren't filmed there. That's just where Stephenie Meyer apparently was inspired to write Twilight. But yeah, Forks, Washington actually does exist in real life. After that, we traveled down to Portland, Oregon. Must stops here, Multnomah Falls. This place is incredible. I've never seen a waterfall like this. It was extremely picturesque, and I highly recommend it. Also, I really love Portland because it's really easy to shop local. They have tons of local shops made by local artisans, really cool, unique kind of shops, and the shopping is just really great. Then we flew down to Anaheim and went to Disneyland for my birthday, which was really cool because, well, one, clearly we love Disney. I mean, how many Disney things have we done so far this year? Anyway, and we had not been back to Disneyland in forever. We lived in Los Angeles for many years, but we had not been in so long, and it was really cool to go back. Also, Disneyland has 2 parks, which you can do in one day, unlike Disney World, so you can kind of get a full experience. And they also have different rides than Disney World, so that's really cool. They have fantastic plant-based food and their very own Star Wars land. Also in Los Angeles, California, of course, they've got beaches, but my favorite thing by far, hands down, is their insane vegan food. I know I keep talking about food, but that is a huge deal to me. So the places with the best vegan food, I'm gonna mention. Best in the world. Like some of the best in the world is here in Los Angeles. So I can't recommend going there enough if you are vegetarian or vegan or you just want to try out some vegan food. It's a great place to try for the first time. And my very favorite thing about it really is that vegan Mexican food. Oh my gosh, Los Angeles does it right. Also nearby are some really awesome national parks like Joshua Tree where we went, where you can go on some really epic hikes and enjoy the desert. After that, we flew to Indiana because my documentary film, Welcome to Monterey, was in several film festivals there. And guess what? It won the Hoosier Lens Award, which was amazing. And if you are interested in seeing my film, I'll put the link below. Then we went to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. There we went to the most obscure place I think I've ever been. You walk into all these immersive rooms with 3D glasses on, and it was an insane trip. We were sober, but it was still an insane trip. I can't describe it. You have to go. And also, of course, we visited the National Cowboy Museum because you're in Oklahoma and you have to. We went to Cleveland, Ohio, where we saw the Christmas Story house. If you love that movie, A Christmas Story, I know, you think it takes place in Indiana, but actually most of it was filmed in Canada. But the house was filmed in Ohio, in Cleveland, and you can tour it. It was really fun. Also there is President James A. Garfield's house, where you can learn a bunch about the 20th president of the United States. Also one of the shorter presidents. He was only in office for 4 months before he was assassinated. You could also go to Lakeview Cemetery to see his insane mausoleum. I mean, this thing is gigantic. And you could see other cool graves like the Crying Angel. After that, we went to Detroit, Michigan. This place is a must for cars and pretty much everything Ford that you can even imagine. You can go to his first plant where the Model T was invented. You can go to the Ford plant that there is now where you can watch a Ford F-150 being built. You can head to the Ford Museum to learn a bunch and see classic cars. And you have to make sure to stop in at Greenfield Village, where you can see Henry Ford's very interesting collection of historical homes, like where the Heinz horseradish was invented, where Thomas Edison worked, and where Noah Webster wrote the first dictionary. Also, the vegan food here is insanely good. I highly recommend stopping by Street Beat and Chili Mustard Onions. After that was Kentucky. Need I say more? The Whiskey Bourbon Trail. If you know me, you know I love whiskey. And the bourbon was delicious. We tasted so much whiskey, and I even got to dip my own bottle at Maker's Mark, which was really cool. Dang. I don't think I'm ever going to open this bottle. After that, I traveled back to Indiana to do a 2-week road trip with my mom. We searched for covered bridges, drank our way through distilleries, and learned a lot about its history. Later, Lukas and I went to Madison, Indiana for their Christmas festivities, like the 2-hour parade, house tours, and their Christmas lights. The last trip we went on was Chicago, Illinois, where we had the best deep dish pizza I've ever had. Oh my gosh. It's called the Jalapeno Popper, and it's from Kitchen 17. Go get it now. As well as a lot of other delicious food. We hopped up to the top of Willis Tower, formerly known as the Sears Tower, and checked out Chicago from above. After that, I think we made our year and saw Frozen the musical. It was absolutely amazing. It was made for adults as well as kids. Super interesting. And the music was amazing, of course. They had really cool special effects. The acting was phenomenal. I can't recommend going to see it enough. It was just impactful. I know for many people it's been a pretty shitty year, and it's one that they want to forget. It had so many challenges as the world seems to be in this weird limbo where it seems open and normal, but really it isn't, and rules can change within seconds. The unknown's been scary and been super annoying, really. I am privileged in so many ways. Yes, we worked hard for the life we have, and it took us years to get here, but I'm also still extremely privileged, and I want you to know that I know that, and I'm grateful for it every day of my life. I really want to show you all the cool places so that if you visit or want to visit someplace one day, you'll know where to go and what to eat. That's what I hope my channel can do for you and continue to do for you all next year. Make sure to subscribe for more of that, and I will see you soon. Sincerely, with love, Lauren Z. Ray.